A new kind of money is quietly taking over the world. It's not printed by governments, it's not mined from the ground, it's called a stablecoin. And it has the power to change everything we know about finance. These are digital currencies born on the internet, but they are different. Unlike Bitcoin or other volatile cryptocurrencies, stablecoins are designed to hold a steady value. They are typically pegged one-to-one with a major currency like the US dollar. This simple idea, a stable digital dollar, has unleashed a financial revolution. It's a revolution that has central banks, politicians, and global corporations both incredibly excited and deeply concerned. The excitement is easy to understand. Imagine sending money across the globe in seconds, not days. Imagine it costing a fraction of a penny. For businesses, this means faster, cheaper international trade. For individuals, this means sending money home to family without losing a big chunk to fees. Stablecoins promise a more efficient, more inclusive financial system. They are the rails upon which a new digital economy is being built. But with this great promise comes great risk. The very thing that makes stablecoins powerful, their global, borderless nature, is also what makes governments nervous. Who controls this new money? Who ensures it is truly backed by real assets? What happens if one of these massive stablecoin issuers fails? The collapse could trigger a financial panic, a digital age bank run that could ripple through the global economy. For years, China's official stance on cryptocurrency was clear and uncompromising. It was a threat, a tool for capital flight, illicit activity. Beijing launched a sweeping crackdown, banning crypto exchanges and making it nearly impossible for its citizens to legally trade digital assets. This made the recent signals coming out of Hong Kong all the more shocking. Suddenly, the narrative is changing. High-level discussions are happening. Reports suggest that Chinese authorities are now exploring the creation of a government-approved, yuan-backed stablecoin. The answer lies in a cold, hard realization. While China was building its digital wall, the rest of the world was building a new financial system. Stablecoins, overwhelmingly pegged to the US dollar, have become the lifeblood of the digital economy. Over $100 billion in value now flows through these networks every day. China's economy is facing serious headwinds. The property market, once a key engine of growth, is in a state of crisis. Developers are defaulting on massive debts, unfinished construction sites and empty scaffolding, frustrated homeowners. Youth unemployment has soared to record highs. International businesses are diversifying supply chains, de-risking. A yuan-backed stablecoin could offer a powerful, unconventional solution. Consider the Belt and Road Initiative. Payments for these projects are complex, payments are slow, and they face volatility from local currencies. A yuan stablecoin could streamline those payments. Chinese firms could pay contractors in Africa instantly. Chinese firms could pay contractors in South America instantly. It's crucial to understand the proposed yuan stablecoin is not the same as China's digital yuan. The two are fundamentally different projects with very different goals. The digital yuan, officially called the ECNY, is what's known as a central bank digital currency, or CBDC. Its main purpose is to give the government greater control and visibility over the domestic economy. Every transaction is tracked and monitored by the central bank. A yuan stablecoin, on the other hand, would be a completely different beast. It would likely be issued by a commercial entity, but it would operate on public, global blockchains like Ethereum. This is the key difference. It would be designed for the world, not just for China. The digital yuan is about strengthening control within China's borders. A yuan stablecoin is about projecting influence beyond them. The United States has not been standing still. While China was banning crypto, American innovation was flourishing. Today, the stablecoin market is utterly dominated by the US dollar. Giants like Tether, USDT, Circle's USD coin, USDC, account for the overwhelming majority of the nearly $160 billion stablecoin market. They have become, the default currencies of the digital world. Every day, tens of billions of these digital dollars are used to settle trades, power online applications, and serve as a safe haven for people in countries with unstable economies. Washington is acutely aware of what's at stake. The dominance of dollar-backed stablecoins reinforces the US dollar's role as the world's primary reserve currency. For this reason, policymakers have shifted from a stance of skepticism to one of strategic engagement. The goal is no longer to question whether stablecoins should exist, but to ensure they are safe, regulated, and continue to be pegged to the US dollar. This has led to, a flurry of legislative activity. In Congress, bills are being drafted to create a clear regulatory framework for stablecoin issuers. The private sector is also moving fast. Major American financial institutions, once wary of crypto, are now getting into the game. PayPal has launched its own dollar-backed stablecoin, PYUSD. Other big players are rumored to be developing their own plans. The US strategy is clear: encourage private sector innovation within a strong regulatory guardrail. By creating a safe and trusted environment for dollar stablecoins, the US hopes to cement their market leadership and ensure that the dollar, in its new digital form, remains the foundation of the global economy for decades to come. Beyond trade and finance, stablecoins are really emerging as a potent new tool in the world of geopolitics. Their ability to move value across borders quickly, with a degree of anonymity, makes them incredibly useful for bypassing economic controls. For countries facing United States sanctions, Russia, Iran, dollar-backed stablecoins have become an essential lifeline. This capability is precisely why a state-backed yuan stablecoin is such a powerful concept for Beijing. It could become the payment method of choice for countries within China's sphere of influence. It would allow China to create a parallel financial system, one that is immune to Western sanctions. Imagine China being able to send funds to a partner nation or a state-owned enterprise, paying for raw materials without the transaction ever touching a United States-controlled network. The United States and its allies are deeply concerned about this scenario. They see the potential for stablecoins to be used to finance terrorism, evade sanctions, undermine foreign policy objectives. This is why regulation is so urgent. By bringing stablecoin issuers under their regulatory umbrella, governments can impose know-your-customer, anti-money laundering requirements. This creates a clear divide: regulated stablecoins that play by the rules, unregulated ones that operate in the shadows. While the world watches the looming confrontation between the United States and China, another major economic power is making its own quiet but significant moves. Japan, a nation known for its technological prowess and cautious regulatory approach, is embracing stablecoins in a uniquely Japanese way. In June of last year, Japan enacted a comprehensive legal framework for stablecoins. The law clarifies stablecoins are a legitimate electronic payment and sets strict rules for issuers. This move isn't just about competing with China or America, it's about solving real-world problems for Japanese businesses and consumers. Japan's financial system is advanced, but can be rigid and slow for cross-border payments. The new law aims to change that. It paves the way for trusted Japanese institutions to issue yen-pegged stablecoins. The goal, a more efficient payment system for domestic trade and international trade, cutting costs and reducing settlement times. The implications for Asia are huge. A yen-backed stablecoin from names like Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group could become a regional trade currency. Many Asian economies have deep trade ties with Japan. A yen stablecoin could be more stable and convenient than the United States dollar, especially for intra-Asia trade. Japan positions itself not as a direct challenger, but as a trusted, regulated third option. This vision is less about geopolitical rivalry and more about practical, everyday use. The conversation around stablecoins often focuses on trading and payments, but their true transformative potential lies in something much bigger: the tokenization of real-world assets. This is the process of creating a digital representation of a physical or financial asset on a blockchain. Think of a digital token that represents ownership of a share of stock, a bond, a piece of real estate, a bar of gold. This isn't a futuristic fantasy. It is happening right now, and it is being led by some of the biggest names in finance. Investment giants like BlackRock, Franklin Templeton, are not just talking about this, they are doing it. Franklin Templeton has launched a tokenized United States government money market fund on a public blockchain. It allows investors to buy and sell shares of the fund as digital tokens, 24/7. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, has followed suit with its own tokenized fund, BIDL. These are not small experiments. Billions of dollars are already flowing into these products. These firms see a future where the ownership of nearly every asset in the world is recorded on a blockchain. Why is this so significant? Because it makes markets radically more efficient. Today, buying or selling assets like bonds, private equity, is a slow, cumbersome process involving multiple intermediaries, paperwork, delays. Tokenizing these assets on a blockchain allows for near-instant settlement. It cuts out the middlemen, reducing costs dramatically. It also allows for fractionalization, meaning you could buy a tiny piece of a commercial building, a rare piece of art, opening up investment opportunities that were previously only available to the ultra-wealthy. This is where stablecoins become absolutely essential. They are the settlement layer for this new tokenized economy. When you sell your tokenized share of a BlackRock fund, you will be paid instantly in a stablecoin like USDC. The stablecoin is the cash, the stable unit of account, that makes the entire system work. This is the multi-trillion-dollar opportunity that has everyone from Wall Street to Beijing so focused. The country whose stablecoin becomes the primary settlement currency for the world's tokenized assets will gain an unprecedented level of economic power and influence. We are standing at a historic crossroads. The very nature of money is being rewritten in lines of code. The coming decade will be defined by a global competition to determine what form this new money will take and who will control it. The battle lines are being drawn. The stakes involve not just financial markets but the balance of global power itself. They pursue starkly different strategies for the future of currency. It's a technological and ideological collision with profound consequences. On one side, the United States. It leverages dominance of the financial system and its vibrant private sector. By creating clear regulations, it aims to foster a safe environment where American companies can innovate and lead. On the other side, China, more centralized, more state-directed. After walling itself off from crypto, Beijing now appears ready to enter the fray with a state-sanctioned yuan stablecoin. This sets the stage for critical questions. Will the world coalesce around a single dominant stablecoin, or fragment into competing currency blocks, a dollar zone and a yuan zone? Can the US-regulated private sector model out-innovate China's state-driven approach? And what role will other major players play? A regulated Japan, a dynamic Europe? The outcome is far from certain, but one thing is clear: the race is on. The decisions made by policymakers and by technologists today will shape the flow of value and power for generations. The future of money is being built right now. The coming years will see a geopolitical struggle play out on the blockchain. Money has always been a tool of statecraft. Stablecoins are simply the next evolution in this long history, a new, unseen battlefield where the future of global influence will be decided. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to Express Econ Geo Finance Insights, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below.